Quite often we talk about the importance of taking 100% responsibility for our lives. And many people strive to do that, but find themselves frustrated when circumstances or events occur that might not fit into what they're comfortable being responsible for. And so what I wanted to do today was encourage you to start a week with a different perspective. Rather than simply focusing on being 100% responsible for all your experiences, rather than working strictly on cultivating that mindset, let's focus on the recognition of who we are. You see, human beings are part of the whole that we refer to as the universe. The universe is a construct of our own minds. It's an idea that we have to describe a group of systems, an aggregate of events and systems and circumstances, and so we call it the universe. And we call a person, that aggregate of senses, that's a part of the whole, that's limited by time and space, a human being. We imagine that that's ourselves, because we are able to experience this ego sense of self through the thoughts, the feelings, the circumstances and events that come along through that aggregate of senses. And so we begin to identify with that. And when we identify with that, we begin to imagine that we are somehow separate from the rest of creation, somehow separate from anything other than what we perceive as ourselves. And that's where we begin to lose that sense of 100% responsibility. The moment we imagine that there's an other, we're finding someplace else to place the blame. See, this delusion, as Einstein called it, is kind of a prison for us. It restricts us to our senses and our desires, our attachments, and our afflictions. It confines us in a prison that's based on our fears, our wanting to push away that which we perceive as being painful, and to cling to those things which we think will make us happy. But that's a prison of our own making. So nearest to us, our task has to be to free ourselves from this prison, and we do that by widening the circle of compassion, by recognizing that everyone and everything around us is a reflection of something within us. And so that's my challenge for you today. When something happens, when you run across someone or a circumstance and it strikes you ill, and you're about to become angry or frustrated, then, or fearful, then just stop for a moment and say, this is a reflection of something within myself, something that I can let go of right now. And then watch how that circumstance immediately begins to transform. As compassion arises, and with compassion comes wisdom, and the ability to see things as they are, not as the ego mind would have us see them. When we do that, we widen our circle of compassion to embrace all creatures and all of the world and all of nature in its beauty. See, no one's able to completely achieve this freedom, this single focused unity with all things 24 hours a day. But if we come back to it, if we make it part of our practice, then slowly, gradually, we begin to experience part of the liberation that we all seek. When we're able to see everything around us as a reflection of something within us that we can let go, some piece of chaotic data that's stored on the subconscious hard drive, some bit of fear, some bit of self-cherishing or attachment, then we're actually taking 100% responsibility for our experiences. So shift the focus away from the idea of 100% responsibility and begin to open yourself to the experience of 100% responsibility. Have a wonderful week. Thank you everybody for keeping me in your thoughts and your pujas, as this bronchitis has been really difficult for me to kick this time around, but I'm getting better every single day, and I want to remind each one of you that you're special and precious to me as well, and I keep you in my thoughts and in my pujas as well. And I love you. Namaste and Jai Ma.